Hello. I hope that you had a nice, good weekend. I did have a good rest on Sunday. I did a few things, but I took it very easy. I needed that rest. So I'm back again. It is Monday the 23rd of March, and I'm going to talk to you about something that's going to happen in a bit more than a week's time on the 31st of March at 1 p.m., which is, of course, once again, universal time. The moon is in Virgo, 22 degrees and 35 minutes in Virgo. It creates an opposition with Mars. It's around 1 p.m. It'll be a bit before and a bit after. I'd say that between approximately 9 in the morning, universal time, and about 4 in the afternoon, still universal time, of course, the moon is going to be in the vicinity of this configuration involving Mars, which is the opposition. Therefore, it's going to trigger the energy of Mars. Now, Mars represents our ability to act, to react, to fight for what we want and to impose ourselves, to make decisions as well. So if you have an important decision to make on that particular day, it's probably going to motivate you from the morning until, well, early afternoon, let's say. And it is, in any case, around 1 p.m. universal time that you would be most able to make the right decision. If you prepare for that, of course, because don't forget that Mars can also represent our tendency to react a bit too fast without thinking about the consequences of our action, which would be a shame, of course, because I'm telling you today to get ready for this moment, for this configuration, as it is now in between Mercury and Neptune. Mercury is on this side, Neptune is on the other side. It means that Mars is motivated by ambiguity. Yeah. Neptune represents what you imagine, what you dream of. It is the connection that we have with the invisible plan, the astral plan, perhaps the spiritual dimension of life. It also represents beliefs of all kinds. It represents religion too. And on the other side, you have Mercury, which actually represents the rational. The rational mind does not cohabit easily with the irrational side of it. It's like having the left and right hemisphere of the brains. They have to work together. They do work together. But very often they're like not really collaborating correctly. Either we don't believe in our intuition, we've got a feeling that something's going to happen, but we forget about it because we think it's not rational. The side that is represented by Mercury is the rational side. So we need to be rational on this planet, of course, but we also need to sort of rely on our intuition and inspiration to make the right judgment and perhaps make the right decisions as well. So on that day and time, perhaps you'll have to rely on what you believe, what you feel. Let yourself be guided by your intuition, but also keep in mind that your intuition may not be the right one. Your belief may not be so rational after all. So it's going to be a bit ambiguous. But if you don't rush into making that decision that I was talking about before, you should be okay, because the moon has created an opposition with Mercury before. You know, when it reached the north-south lunar node, I mean, it was opposite the north one, of course, Vesta and Mercury. So when that happened, you may have had to think and to communicate about something important that you had to do or that you are going to have to do in a very short future, maybe the following day, because I think that happened on the 30th of March. So on the 31st of March, you should be ready to act. If you're not, it's because you haven't thought about it enough. Therefore, your action may be a reaction, and a reaction is fast, that's for sure, but it doesn't take into consideration the consequences of that same reaction. So give time a chance, you know, and on that day and from the very early, perhaps, morning, you could already prepare yourself for that 1 p.m. in the afternoon universal time, when perhaps the time is going to be exactly right to make the right decision. And if that's the case, then you can only be satisfied with yourself and celebrate the consequences. Because after that, the moon is going to transit in Libra. And when it does, it's going to trigger the energy of Neptune, Saturn, and later on the Sun, creating then the full moon, of which I will, of course, talk in another video. So be prepared for that, because when you've made the decision, that's it. You won't be able to come back to say, well, the decision that I made is not the right one, so please let me make another decision. It may be too late, you see. So make sure that you are ready for that day and time to make the right decision. If you're not sure, don't make any decisions. Just stay put and wait. It may be the best shot. Because Mars is going to change sign. 10 days after this one, Mars is going to change sign on the 10th of April. And where is it going to transit? Well, in Aries, of course. So then it's going to have a very strong influence on Neptune, on Saturn, even on the Sun, which will still be in Aries on the 10th of April, and Chiron as well. So it is a period of about 6 weeks that is going to be overheated. So get ready for that. It could be the weather, it could be something else. So just take it easy, get prepared, and do as you would if you had to advise someone, because very often we are better at advising someone else than doing what we should do ourselves. Thank you very much for being there for me. And I remind you about my books once again. If you're interested, they're all for sale on Amazon, because Amazon is my publisher. So every book that I sell helps me carry on my work, my duty, my mission in this life. Thank you very much. All the very best. Take care and have a lovely week. Have a lovely day, and then see you tomorrow. Bye.